Weird just keeps getting weirder this election cycle. Conservatives flooded social media on Monday with posts claiming Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio, were eating local cats and ducks. But the Springfield police have said they received no reports whatsoever of pets being eaten. The rumors of cat eating migrants seem to have all started when popular conservative account End Wokeness posted a screenshot of a post on a private Facebook group of Springfield residents that said, quote, warning to all about our beloved pets and those around us. My neighbor informed me that her daughter's friend had lost her cat one day. She came home from work. As soon as she stepped out of her car, looked towards a neighbor's house where Haitians live and saw her saw her cat hanging from a branch like you do a deer for butchering, and they were carving it up to eat, end quote. And it wasn't long after that post that Elon Musk posted this picture with the caption, quote, save them. The GOP House Judiciary Committee account tweeted, quote, protect our ducks and kittens in Ohio. And Representative Jim Jordan tweeted, quote, when President Trump was in office, one, the border was secure. Two, illegal aliens weren't eating your pets. And then Trump's VP pick, JD Vance, weighed in, tweeting, months ago, I raised the issue of Haitian illegal immigrants draining social services and generally causing chaos all over Springfield, Ohio. Reports now show that people have had their pets abducted and eaten by people who shouldn't be in this country. Where's our borders are? And Vance posted this clip from July along with it. Let's watch.
Springfield has seen a surge in population through immigration that has significantly impacted our ability as a community to produce enough housing opportunities for all. Springfield's Haitian population has increased 15 to 20,000 over the last 4 years in a community of under 60,000 previous residents, putting a significant strain on our resources and ability to provide ample housing for all of our residents.
Now, Robbie, obviously these reports are unfounded. There's, no proof to this evidence that someone's daughter's friend had their cat eaten by their neighbors who happen to be Haitian, but it's echoing through social media nevertheless. I saw you post that it's like the couch thing, that it's just making the rounds because people find it funny.
Yes, and I think it's okay to find things funny. So I did a lot of research into this yesterday because my timeline was literally on X was nothing but AI generated pictures of Donald Trump protecting little kittens and little ducklings. And there was so much of it, I decided to see where these stories come from. So there's two separate stories that have been conflated and brought together. On the pet cat killing, eating front, there was a story of one instance of this happening, but it was in a different town in Ohio, and the perpetrator was not a Haitian migrant. It was like some crazy lady who killed her neighbor's cat. So that story got mixed in with what is a true story of residents in that town in Ohio that has seen a massive influx of Haitian migrants complaining that wildlife, birds in the public park, ducks there, were being hunted and killed by the Haitians. I don't know whether that's true or not. It is true that people who live in the community complained and made that claim, but the ducks obviously are not people's pets, right? It's a kind of a different situation. Like we do, I mean, you shouldn't hunt animals in a public park where where there isn't hunting broadly available, but I've eaten duck, like white people eat duck, so I was failing to understand the this is terrifying, they're coming here to eat ducks, sort of narrative going on. So there's my corrective for what the kitten duck story is.
Yeah, eating people's pets is a stretch. Eating ducks, I believe. People eat ducks all the time. That wouldn't be new or weird. It's like those posts where
you're from real
say,
America. You probably know people doing duck hunting.
I know people doing duck hunting. It's true. It happens a lot. Duck Dynasty is a show I watched growing up about a family that literally created a dynasty. They became very wealthy, creating these little devices that you make duck calls with.
Yeah, and those are conservative superheroes.
Yes, yes. And so it seems like this is one of those things that, it's classy when you're rich to eat ducks, but it's pathetic when you're poor. It's just ridiculous. Like camping, like sleeping outside, very classy when you're rich, a fun leisurely activity. But if you're poor, Gavin Newsom's going to come destroy your camp. I think the amount of Haitian immigrants we have and have had over the past few years is huge. But let's not forget, Jean-Bertrand Artiste was the first democratically elected president of Haiti. The United States staged a coup against him. We currently have sent troops via Kenya and the United Nations to Haiti. The United States has been terribly involved with a lot of political activity that's destabilized the country and left a lot of people with nowhere to go. And so I think about the influx of Haitian migrants paired with Joe Biden's response to this crisis, which has been record levels of deportation, more than the past 4 presidents combined. And so when we look at what's going on, yes, there's an influx of Haitian migrants, but we don't need to make conspiracy theories about them eating our kittens. We can just study our history to figure out what's going on here. But clearly, this is this kind of people don't want outsiders in their neighborhood or people who look or act different from them. Whereas I think we can view it as a cultural exchange. We've had influx of migrants of different cultures before, but JD Vance has never liked that. He spoke badly about the Catholics and the Italian migrants and the ethnic enclaves, which is really just Little Italy, Robbie.
That's where I'm from. I grew up with a very Italian family, Italian kind of heritage, culturally type deal, as our viewers know I've talked about before. Look, I got accused then, after I was tweeting about this yesterday, so many people saying, oh, so you must support open borders. I'm like, you can, look, I understand you can object to having such and such an influx of low skill or impoverished migrants. That's fine. I'm not like making some policy recommendation, but you should, people should be like accurate in what they're tweeting about. And now, of course, all the accounts that were showing, they were making AI generated images. They think it's funny, whatever, you can think it's funny. Like, I didn't think the couch thing with Vance, which was totally made up, but all polite, liberal, progressive people laugh about all the time. That's, again, identically just fabricated, just made up out of whole cloth. In fact, more made up even, because it's not based in even anything that was real, and people keep laughing at it, so fine. So people can laugh at this too, but they should understand that underlying it, there was one pet cat that was killed. It was not killed by a Haitian immigrant. It was not the same Ohio town. Maybe there's some duck hunting going on in this town, and maybe they shouldn't be doing that because it's not the right park for hunting duck. But I encourage everyone, go out and kill geese. There's too many geese. They ruin public parks, actually, because they're loud and obnoxious and their shit gets everywhere. Everyone go out and shoot some geese. Kill them now. Kill them.
That's goose-aside calls from Robbie.
Yeah.
The Canadian geese are crossing our northern border.
Yes.
They're terrorizing our towns. They're
Thank you.
terrorizing our children in public parks. It's unacceptable. In my hometown,
they're probably voting in our elections, too.
They're voting in our elections, these Canadian geese.
Yeah.
No, in my hometown, we had a huge population of Latin American migrants, Central American migrants who were always fishing. That was like their thing. No one cared about that. No one was like, oh my God, they're overfishing the Long Island Sound. Like, no one was eating the fish in the Long Island Sound anyway. It's fine if migrants who want to fish to eat fish. It's like what happened to teach a man to fish, Robbie. Now people start hunting ducks and fishing, and they're criminals, and it's unacceptable.
Especially because we don't want them relying on I don't want to, rely on the welfare system type deal, coming into our country to take advantage of welfare. Instead, coming to our country, hunting wild fowl, waterfowl, and being resourceful and eating them. That's the way to be. That's the good way.
Wasn't a cooked goose a delicacy at one point? Wasn't that rich people food at one point as well, Robbie?
I don't think I've ever eaten goose. I've definitely eaten duck. Duck l'orange.
Just not the Canadian one.
Yeah.
The Canadian ones have a funny flavor.
No, back to their country.
Garbage.
If their healthcare system is so great, those geese can fly back to Canada. No, they're coming here for the classy treatment. Don't like it. All right, we got a little silly there. More Rising right after this.